We're looking at Micron here on the weekly chart, up around almost 90 cents on the day, about 87 cents is where we ended up. 125 is going to be the level in here that we're going to keep an eye on. You can see that really this level right here, the 124.27 is where we had our past resistance, but really that 125 cycle level, that is going to be the area in here. You see 3 weeks ago, we were about $4 above it, ended below it. Same with last week, couldn't get above it and hold it. We were above it by about 8 cents for a little while. And then obviously this week we have that high in here about 126.15. And then just for whatever reason, cannot seem to hold that level. So that's going to be the main area that we're going to be watching in here resistance wise, the 125s. Now for supports, what are we looking at? Well, it's not really the 120 cycle level. You would think, nice whole numbers would bring a lot of action, especially when you're coming down off of something. But really, it's the 119s, 118s, 117s is what that the levels that we're going to be looking at in here. We're going to go to the daily chart in here, and you can kind of see where those levels actually play out. So first off, you have this 9-day EMA that we are writing, so you got to kind of keep that in mind as well. But anything below this 121 right here, you have this low in here from Monday, 118. You got the low from last Thursday, 117. And then really you got some highs from back in a couple month or so ago. And that's right around that 115, 116 level. So basically 119, 118, 117, just kind of walk yourself down a dollar each time until we get to this 114.99 level. That is what we're looking at in here for supports. You see on the daily chart in here where we broke from that gap down Friday into Monday, this lower channel right, or this lower trend line right here, this yellow trend line. But we have been riding that 9-day EMA. So good news is we're still holding up here, but now we just need a little more volume to pick up in here. So hopefully we can breach and hold anything above 125. Nice whole numbers, 130, 135 as we work our way up. RSI is being reset right now. So that is good news all around. So a little bit of consolidation right here. We haven't fallen off a cliff, right? We didn't fall off a cliff here to this 115 and then bounce, right? So just a little gap down here, riding the 9-day EMA, seeing what's going on in here. Hopefully get a little bit more volume pick up with us, and then we can climb back over the 125s. If not, then it's probably going to be stair step down in here until we get to that 115 level. Now, your implied volatility in here obviously has been sucked out with the big moves that we had in the past. You can see this big run right here from the beginning of June all the way until about a couple weeks ago. What we did to get a little bit of all kick in here, but really when it does nothing like this, not a whole lot of volatility comes back in, especially when the VIX is only what, like 15, 16, whatever it is right now. So applied volatility compared to itself is at 8, but you still have basically a $2 expected move priced in by tomorrow. So we'll see how the markets and how Micron reacts to everything going into tomorrow. And then we'll see how it plays out into next week, see if that 125 level is going to be something that we are going to kind of breach and hold. If you go into next Friday, right around a $5 expected move, you go all the way out to your August monthlies, everybody's pricing in right around a $10 expected move. So all in all, 125 is your big level, 121 is your main support. Anything below that, you're looking at 119 and working yourself down nice dollars all the way down until you get about that 114.99 area. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.